Hi everyone, my name's Danny. I made a video previously. It was just kind of like a laid back one, just talking about whatever. I just wanted to talk about a topic that is personal to me and something that I feel like a lot of people are having that just don't have an understanding of. So I have generalized anxiety disorder, and I'm just going to talk a little bit about what generalized anxiety disorder is and how it affects my life. So I'm just going to write some stuff out, bear with me. All right, so generalized anxiety. Okay, well that happened and I'm going to completely ignore that because it just made me so anxious. Okay, so for instance, generalized anxiety disorder makes your anxiety a lot. It makes you feel very overwhelmed by a lot of different things. So that obviously didn't help because I was already kind of anxious about the video. I think a lot of people with generalized anxiety disorder are they, like at least for me, like I'm worried that people won't believe me. But it just means that for me, I just have a hard time focusing, and like right now in my life, it's very overwhelming, and it's kind of taken over my life to the point where I'm hospitalized, and I'm in an outpatient program right now just to kind of help manage my anxiety. But generalized anxiety disorder, if I go all over the place, just like bear with me, please. It's just kind of like you're not worried about like one specific thing. It's just everything around you. So your mind can jump you like, oh, I'm worried I'm going to be late to work, and if I'm late to work, I'm going to lose my job, and if I lose my job, I'm going to be homeless, and it just kind of has like. It is very overwhelming, and it can definitely like impact you. So like with my anxiety, I worry about a million things and nothing at the same time, and I think something that's like really misunderstood about anxiety is just like sometimes like you don't know why you're anxious. You are just anxious. Like right now I'm anxious because I'm talking to an audience, and I'm a very personal person. Like I'm very to myself. I'm normally not this anxious. I'm normally like functionable, but it's just gotten to a point where I've needed like more help. So I just want to advocate more for like mental health and for people who do have generalized anxiety disorder, because it's very real. I think sometimes with mental health, it's hard to see. People can see that you're physically in pain if you break your arm, but with any like mental illness, people can't see it, but you're having, if not maybe worse pain, but coming from like the inside, and that's something a lot of people struggle with. And I feel like there's just this stigma about mental health. People are scared of it, and I recently made a post about kind of opening up about my mental health because people are just so shocked because I always have it together and I'm like this. And that's called suppression, and it does not help. And what's really concerning about that is I feel like a lot of, I don't know, like people do suppress what they're feeling because it's not socially acceptable. And that can be really difficult for people who have anxiety like me. Just like something that I did is like, I've found other coping mechanisms. I'm still learning how to manage my anxiety and kind of challenge those thoughts that I'm having, because like, I know I'm anxious. I know the thoughts that I'm having are just, it's distorted. Like, it's just like, worst case scenario is gonna happen. The world is after me. I'm falling apart. Pretty much like, I don't know, like, I just feel like I'm dying on the inside when your anxiety is that severe. So it's just like, it's very difficult to concentrate for me. It's a lot of fidgeting. It's taking on everything and anything at once. So I'm trying really hard to just, I don't know, open up the doors for like more people to talk about mental health, and for it to be socially acceptable, because it's important. It's so important. And one way that I kind of empowered my own anxiety is I had a stress ball and I was anxious, and I'm just living my life. I'm having a good day. And I go to the chiropractor and I sit down, I'm just like fidgeting with my stuff and like whatever, because I'm like, this is me, like whatever. And as soon as he walked in, he's like, oh my God, you're having a bad day. Oh, I see the stress ball coming out. And I'm just like, bro. I'm like, no. I was like, I'm actually having a good day. This is just my mental illness, and this is what's helping me. This is my coping mechanism. But because people see, it's just not, God, I don't know how to put this in words. Maybe people like, maybe some comments could help just, I guess, put in words what I'm trying to say. It's just, people run when you talk about mental health and struggles. And a post that I made where I for the first time in my life, really, I opened up about my mental health and the lack of support, and it's just so hard. It's just hard all around. I've been on my own since I was 18. The only person I've ever had to count on was myself, and to reach out and ask for help is honestly saved my life. And it's just, I just want people to know that they're not alone and it's real. And a pandemic doesn't necessarily have to mean that it's just like physical illness. You're physically sick. We have a pandemic now, and it's here. And no one wants to acknowledge it. So I want to acknowledge it. I want people to talk about it. It's so important. I've had so many people reach out to me and be like I resonated with your story. Like yes, this is how I'm feeling. I'm frustrated with the system too. Like I am a nurse, and I'm not being supported financially right now for my time off of work, and it's so hard because I've given my heart and soul into this facility, and my heightened anxiety and depression has just been triggered by it. And don't get me wrong, like, I love my job. I love helping people. It honestly is what helps my depression. It's probably why I was able to go as long as I did without getting admitted into the hospital, because I kept pushing through all of it. And at some point you're gonna crash, and that's where I crashed. And yes, I was hospitalized, and no, I'm not ashamed. I am so grateful for all of the nurses, all of the doctors that have helped me up to this point, because it's real. It's so real, and it's hard. And if this video, even though I'm anxious as hell, like, I don't know, if it just reaches someone and just like lets them know that they are not alone, and this is, you're valid no matter what. You are fucking valid. You're valid for how you feel. The world is hard, and it's especially hard right now, but things will get better. And if you guys enjoy my video, even though I know I'm full of anxiety, especially right now. I'm currently in an outpatient hospitalization program, so you know, I am working through some stuff myself. But if you guys have questions, or if you like my video, or you have topics you want me to cover, or even talk more about my life and my experiences, because listen, my family's like shameless. So I actually am not telling my family I'm making videos, because we'll just keep this between us. But I would love to keep making more videos, and I think the more I get comfortable with making videos, and the more we talk about, the more people it will reach. So I just want to say, like, I know I said a lot of things, but thank you so much for listening, and I hope you subscribe. Thank you.